Okay, so I know I'm like really late to the game concerning Casey Neistat's Who I'm Voting for President video. If you haven't seen it, it'll be in the description for some context. I recommend going to watch it if you haven't already. It's only like 3 minutes. And come back to this video. So today I'm going to respond to Casey Neistat and Milo Stewart's video response to him. Wait, what? Are you fucking serious?
Okay, so Casey Neistat uploaded a video titled Who I'm Voting for President, and I caught some feels, so we're gonna talk about this.
Cute and canny, more than just one out of many.
Casey Neistat said a lot of things in this video that I would agree with, such as the fact that big YouTubers have an enormous opportunity to motivate young viewers to be politically active, and that those who do not stand up against wrongs in politics or injustice in general are complicit to said injustice.
Well, they have the opportunity, but should they do it is the real question concerning these two videos, I feel like. Personally, it depends on the type of channel. If someone like Markiplier made a video supporting Trump or Hillary, a lot of people would be pissed at that. And that injustice in politics you talk about is subjective. Politics are gray and aren't black and white. The reason I say this is because you and Casey both promote Hillary and show interest in a biased party. And you can't really educate any young people in politics with you showing overwhelming support to another party and trying to tell them why this candidate is right and why this one is wrong and why you should just vote for the one I'm voting for.
He also said we should call out big YouTubers who say they don't want to be politically active on their channels. So, Mr. Neistat, I'm going to be sending you an email of all the upcoming protests in New York City.
And just like Casey, you fail to actually say any names of these YouTubers in the video at all. It would help us to know which of these YouTubers you think really should. Like PewDiePie or Markiplier or JonTron at Big Mealtime, or is it just that any YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers? I mean, if that's the case, then what do you do when they endorse shit that you don't like? Like Trump. What if someone like Markiplier endorsed Trump? You'd be upset by that, wouldn't you? I have a really strong feeling you'd be upset by that.
Anyway, the whole purpose of this video was for Casey to tell his audience that he is voting for Hillary Clinton, which, I think pretty much all the teachers I had in high school were more political than that. Huh. I'm not gonna harp on Casey too much because I think he's doing a lot more important work than a lot of big YouTubers are, even though there was that one time when he insinuated that Candace was being the opposite of an empowered feminist when she talked about how she feels she has to shave her intimate areas for the pleasure of men. That happened.
Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to do with anything in this video, but okay. You disagreed with him about a minor stupid thing involving another person. I just, can you just focus on the task at hand here, Milo?
However, I do want to talk about this trend on YouTube where big YouTubers seem afraid to talk about politics and what I believe to be really BS reasons why they're afraid to talk about politics. One reason why YouTubers may choose to stray away from talking about politics is because talking about politics is extremely divisive. YouTubers can lose subscribers if they talk about politics or see a pretty extreme change in the demographics of their audience.
Yes, a perfect example as to why they don't do it. Mostly because that could cripple their channel and their career. Because the YouTubers who you are talking about, those ones who have millions of subscribers, have built a career out of what they're doing.
Although saying that you are anti-Trump online is sort of just an easy way to take out the trash in your audience, but I mean, there's similar things.
See, right there, you're not a person who can sit there and say, let's educate people about politics, and then say whoever supports the other candidates are just garbage and trash. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't like Trump either. I really don't like Trump, but I also don't like Hillary either. I don't agree with this lesser of two evils bullshit that everyone, including you and Casey, are talking about.
Let's just say I'm glad I can say that I support Hillary as her one and only chance to defeat the sexually abusive Oompa Loompa that is Donald Trump without really anyone in my audience probably being surprised.
Yeah, not really surprised by your support for Hillary. And you know, hey, more power to you. You know, I really don't give a fuck who you vote for, honestly, because It doesn't matter either way, they're both bad candidates.
I mean, Hillary has a lot of faults, but I am not about to make a protest vote when the stakes are this high. In all honesty, I think people who avoid talking about politics for fame and popularity are absolute cowards.
Wow, what a complete straw man that came out of left field. You do know what a career is, right? A lot of YouTubers depend on YouTube and Patreon to have a life and have a roof over their heads and have food. It's not their fault if they got so popular. Also, how exactly are they cowards? Maybe they just don't care about politics like a lot of people. Like, this election is the biggest joke right now. I'm so sorry if people don't take it seriously. Like, how I look at it honestly is that there's a guy with a gun and you have a choice to make. Either get shot in the elbow or shot in the kneecap. You have to pick one, and naturally some of you think, well, Trump is the kneecap and Hillary is the elbow, so I'll get shot in the elbow because at least I could still walk. But the real question in your head that you should be asking is, well, why am I being shot in the first place? Like, I think people need to start asking that question instead of doing this whole, well, they both suck, but at least one is slightly better, which they're not, honestly. They're both equally trash.
If you're a big YouTuber who is honestly afraid of people unsubscribing from you or leaving a couple extra dislikes, girl, we need to talk. If I can survive the intense harassment that I started receiving when I was still in high school because I posted my political views online, I think you can survive a few unsubscribers.
Okay, a couple things. First off, there's a difference between your high school harassment and the harassment that they would receive. It would be huge. Because, Milo, there's a big difference between an annoying, homestucky, cringy feminazi like yourself that spits out nonsense and a popular YouTuber with 1 million subscribers. Also, the shining example on why they shouldn't do it is because look what's happened to you and your channel. You're hated by so many people and make fun of you constantly. And for what? So if you have your dumb ideas on the internet, well, Milo, I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth putting your stupid ideas out there and having 16,000 subscribers, not progressing at all on your channel, having a shit ton of dislikes on your videos, and having tons of response videos that do much better than any of your videos. I hope it was worth becoming a laughingstock. And I honestly don't say that to be vindictive. I don't say that to be an asshole. That's just what's happened to Milo. Also, I love your face right now. As if you're thinking, yeah, I know that I'm better than you, and I'm the real hero on YouTube. You all are just cowards, you and your millions of subscribers and fans.
Another reason why YouTubers may stray away from talking about politics is because of this myth that you can have a YouTube channel that is just purely entertainment.
Okay, explain that myth to me, because that seems legit to me, honestly, because, you know, politics are a category, right? Not every little thing is about politics.
We see a lot of comedy videos on YouTube being influenced by racist or trans-misogynistic stereotypes, and oftentimes vloggers travel to countries with really dire political landscapes, and I think not talking about the political sides of these issues is really irresponsible.
Oh, you're so right, Milo. God, I'm glad you've shown us the error of our ways. Come on, people, let's stop making entertaining videos for hundreds of thousands of people and focus on these trivial little things this moron said in this video. Like, seriously? Really? Okay, I guess we're going down this fucking rabbit hole now.
So much of the entertainment that we find on this platform is already informed by the social and political landscapes that we live in. And not talking about the political backgrounds behind our comedy or our travel vlogs, I think is really not giving your audience any way to digest the politics behind what you're saying, or else it's just flat out spreading misinformation.
Okay, now here's my retort. If they want to know the background on these jokes or these countries or landscapes these YouTubers are in or saying, then people can do their own research. Period. How about not having to spoon feed your audience and just focus on the video that you're making? Because if I watch a video by like Epic Mealtime in which they eat a shit ton of meat, I don't want to watch a video of them explaining why the meat industry is a terrible business and why it is tyrannical. I just want to see them eat the fucking food.
And that's not even to mention all the racist, trans-misogynistic, homophobic, etc. biases that your comedy may be perpetrating and spreading.
I see, so it all comes back to racist, transmisogynistic, homophobic, etc. shit with Milo. You keep hitting that one note, little boy. I'm sure people will take you seriously one day. And you want to talk about biases when you were literally stating your bias towards Hillary in this video. Like, fuck Milo, get a goddamn clue.
I do think that there are good reasons why someone may choose to not talk about politics. For example, if your audience isn't even voting age, then yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're well aware that these big YouTube channels have a multitude of audience members. Like Markiplier, I know for a fact kids watch Markiplier, so should he really be talking about politics to children who aren't going to be giving a shit anyway? Like, most if not all YouTubers have a pretty diverse audience.
If you think that talking about politics could impact your mental health or physical safety, that totally makes sense why you wouldn't talk about politics, especially if you are of a minority.
Yet another fucking ridiculous point for Milo, so let me just give a free pass to these minorities here because they're either black or trans, so it's okay if they don't want to engage or talk about this shit if they don't want to. But if you're a big YouTuber who's white and male, then you have an obligation to talk about it. Like, Jesus, Milo, it's frustrating responding to you.
Learning from my friends' experiences and my own experiences on YouTube, I know that being of any type of minority or oppressed group on YouTube means that the hate is usually a lot more personal and a lot more specified for your minority, which can be really hard to deal with, and I completely get people that don't want to have to deal with that. I wanted to know what all of you thought on this topic, so I tweeted, "What do y'all think of the statement, YouTubers have a responsibility to be political? Please reply with your thoughts." And I got some pretty interesting responses. Anthony D'Angelo said, "Not sure that all types of content afford smooth integration of politics, but audiences afford great opportunity to share ideas. Though I also think lots of creative work is inherently political regardless of intention."
What? That's not true at all. So I guess this Filthy Frank video making human ramen, it's somehow political, guys. Didn't you know that? That was inherently political even though that wasn't the intention. You didn't know that? It was about the Tea Party.
I definitely agree, and I think that there are a lot of things that I have put out online that I most definitely did not intend to be political, that I intended rather to be comedy, but they ended up being political because of who I am as a queer trans person.
Yeah, because that's all you talk about on your channel. It's all the time with that shit. So of course you are going to make it about that because it's all about you and how much of a victim you are. And how you're so much better than other people, Milo, because you have the courage to talk about politics.
Monica said, "I don't think they need to share their political beliefs, but I think they should encourage their subs to be politically active."
Why though? Why should they? It's not their job to keep their audience politically active. Their job is to entertain, period. Why should they care? What politics mean to me, or to you, or to Boogie, or to Markiplier, or to Angry Joe, or whoever the fuck, are completely different. What if they don't care about politics? What if that's not important to them whatsoever? Oh, they're just wrong then, I forgot, because we all need to be like Milo and Casey. And tell YouTubers to vote for Hillary, I forgot, sorry.
I think this is really important. I don't think being political on YouTube is just limited to talking about specific issues and trying to influence your audience's beliefs on that issue. I think that a lot of being political on YouTube can just be encouraging people to vote.
Yeah, to specifically vote for Hillary. I think that's what you mean because I guarantee if someone like Markiplier made a video saying, top 10 reasons you should vote for Donald Trump, Milo would be making a rant video about how wrong he is. I guarantee it.
Or educating people on the differences between different political candidates and stuff like that. My name's Che said, YouTubers have a responsibility to stand for what they believe in, and they have a platform to share that belief. If you strongly believe something, then of course you try to get that view out to as many people as possible.
Yeah, but if that's not the foundation of your channel, and that's not what your channel is known for, then all you're kind of doing is just manipulating your audience and telling them, side with my beliefs, guys, because you like me. This is what I believe is right, and this is why so-and-so is wrong. Like, honestly, that's all that's gonna happen.
I think this represents the essence of this conversation, that a lot of YouTubers care less about the future of their country than they do about the sustainability of their multi-million-dollar paycheck.
Yeah, multi-million-dollar paycheck. Yet another straw man argument brought to you by Milo Stewart and his freakishly weird donut chin. Like, do you even know how YouTube revenue even works? No, of course you don't. Why would I even ask that? Of course you don't know how it works.
I don't think you necessarily have to be political to be a YouTuber, but I think you better have a damn good reason if you're not going to be political. But of course, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Alright, thank you for watching. Peace!
I think you're wrong, and your arguments fell flat on their ass like they usually do, Milo. So there, I'm done. I think we end the video now.